dry press. I've given this one wash with just water, just to get rid of the bulk of the mortar and also to wet the brick down nicely. Okay, over here you can see the run. This hasn't been cleaned yet at all. You can see the difference. Okay, this is just a rehash of what I've already done. Just water, bit of a scrape to get rid of the lumps after the water wash. Okay, this is the section that had not been done before, so you can see the difference, all those vertical bars. Okay, I've done the first wash. This is the Barracuda. As you can see, especially on these edges here, there's still a fair bit there. I'll have to give that a second go. It's not bad, but definitely needs a second go. This is the main panel that I've put plenty of Barracuda on. See here, even little shadows here. I don't know if you can see that, but little shadows there, that's not going to clean up, that'll dry out. Really spotty. Coming down here, there's still quite a lot on there. Down the bottom where it was a bit harder. Over to where the hydrochloric acid was cleaned. It looks cleaner, still got shadows there. It needs a second wash as well. The shadows are not as pronounced. This pillar here that was quite dirty, yeah, it's not too bad. It's not a lot left on it. Down the bottom where it was quite dirty, see that? This markedly cleaner than over where the Barracuda was. Initial impressions, hydrochloric acid has done a better job on that first wash. Okay, this actually looks pretty good apart from a few bits on the edge. Acid fairly strong. Dry pressed bricks being notoriously difficult to clean because the brick is near the mortar into the grain of the brickwork. Now this is the Barracuda. As you can see, there's still mortar there. over to the hydrochloric acid. I'll just go both into one great layer of proof. They're much the same. It's clean. There's still bits around the edges, of course. That's the same as dry press. Okay, I can leave this as it is. That doesn't need a third wash. Okay, down the bottom here, under the sill, it's actually quite clean. It actually looks pretty good. Okay, down in that corner. A couple of spots here. There's a lump of concrete on this reveal here which didn't come off. But the actual thing is pretty good. A bit of silicone there which I'm not going to. Okay, this is a little retaining wall. I did the first coat with the brush. The second coat I've done with a little sprayer. This is now the fourth coat of your Barracuda 10K. There's still bits left. This is after 4 coats. 2 coats of 4:1. The last coat was, sorry, 2 coats of 6:1. The last coat was at 3:1. Last 2 coats were 3:1. So it's cleaner, but it's not clean enough. You can see there's still bits everywhere. The back of it, there's still quite a heavy lump there. That's just not coming off. This last coat hasn't really taken off anymore. Come down here. No, this bit here was a bit heavier. Yeah, it's all bits here. It just hasn't come off. I'm going to do one more coat with just hydrochloric acid. I've been at it long enough now. Okay, this is after 4 coats of the Barracuda10K, which didn't get it clean, and this was one final coat of hydrochloric acid. The one final coat of hydrochloric acid has got it nice and clean. All the little smears, everything, it's all gone. All in here. Let's return. All the tops are now clean. You can't see it because of the reflection. But just there was a smear. Just there was a smear running down. 4 coats of the Barracuda didn't get it off. The one final coat of hydrochloric acid did get it off. I don't know if you can see up here now. All those edges are now nice and clean. The back of this wall wasn't acceptable before. It's now clean. Okay. Taken me about an hour to do this couple of little sections. An hour with the 10K and 5 minutes with the hydrochloric with the final coat of that. All I'm going to test, this front section here, probably only the bottom part because that's all I can reach with this sprayer. It's on the windy side, so now time is 7 a.m. Putting it on so that it's just starting to run. I'm going to do the top of the windowsill. I haven't set up yet, I've got nothing to wash it off with. So you can see the area that I've done there, it's wet, I haven't done anything else. And around the corner, you can see that. I'll test that later on, I'll wash that later on. So that comes out. Okay, this has had the Barracuda 10K on it, this section here. Okay, it's had about 3 hours of dwell time. Now there's still bits here on the edge that are not coming off. Now if I go up, now that's about the level that I had the Barracuda 10K. Up here is just water, nothing else. It's actually cleaned up about the same with just water as with the Barracuda 10K. Come down to the sill. The sill I had nothing on. The front I had the Barracuda 10K. There's still pieces here. Okay, this is with just water. So here there's still smears left behind. Okay, that's just water. That's Barracuda 10K, so not a lot of difference there. Now over here I actually went slowly, just crossed over the with the lance, so across the brickwork nice and slow. As you can see, there are still pieces left, there's still shadows. That needs another wash. Again, this is just water now. There's no noticeable difference between the Barracuda 10K and just water. This job has been fairly easy to clean. Okay, that's the Barracuda 10K. I'll come over here. This is where I've started. This is where I'm up to with the hydrochloric acid. This has had one wash of hydrochloric acid. As you can see, this is much cleaner. There's nothing left. One wash of hydrochloric acid. It's all nice and it's clean. Yeah. That's one wash of hydrochloric acid. Come back over here. One wash of Barracuda. And up here it's just water itself. No acid, no Barracuda, no nothing. It's not too bad. If I've stuck at and picked at these bits with pressure, okay, I could probably get them off, but I run risk of damaging your mortar, your joints. So I'm already starting to pull the joints out just a fraction. So I'm at the edge of my limit. Okay, Barracuda 10K, I pulled out a little bit here, a little bit there, starting to pull a little bit out there. I'm starting to pull the joint out, there's a bit come out here. We come back over to the hydrochloric acid. I'm looking for a bit that I've damaged. There's a little bit come out there. I've been able to hit this with a reduced amount of pressure and it's had more cleaning effect. So I've done less damage in the joints. I can't find any joints that I've really pulled out like I did. Oh, there's a little bit just there. Just a little bit. Can't really find anything that I've pulled out like I did with just water or with the Barracuda. Okay, that'll be my sample for today. Okay, this is a section of wall I've done. The section of wall I've done here, I've done the whole wall with hydrochloric acid except for the under the windowsill. is Barracuda 10K. Now it's had one wash. This is the hydrochloric acid. It needs another wash, as this brick nearly always does. From the windowsill down, that's the Barracuda. It needs another wash as well. Just up to the edge of the windowsill. Still quite a bit on there, but there's also probably an equal amount on the section of hydrochloric acid wash. I'll give it a second wash. The difference with the Barracuda this time, I'm applying it with a paintbrush out of a bucket, and at the moment it's neat. So I haven't had too much success with it at 6 to 1, 4 to 1, so I'm trying it straight, see how that goes. Okay, this is the final result of this wall. Cleaning with hydrochloric acid and Barracuda just under the windowsill. Actually the windowsill and all the bricks below the windowsill. They both had 2 washes. Hydrochloric acid is about 6 to 1, 8 to 1. Barracuda 10K I actually brushed on with a brush neat, so at full strength. What I did notice was, well, before I go into that, you can see the hydrochloric acid. It's nice and clean. Bit of something I haven't washed off there. Okay, nice and clean. The Barracuda 10K. It's actually not too bad as well. Although, just here, there's little bits and pieces. Just little bits and pieces that didn't seem to want to come off. Down the bottom, it hasn't cleaned up as well as the hydrochloric acid. There's a bit of dirt splashed up there. So the Barracuda 10K has not cleaned up the harder spots, the more difficult spots. Actually, you can nearly see the line where the Barracuda 10K and then the hydrochloric acid has started. So the hydrochloric acid has definitely done a better job. You seem to be able to work the hydrochloric acid around more. When you get a hard lump, a smear, the hydrochloric acid seems to actually penetrate it better than the Barracuda 10K. I could do that a third go with the Barracuda, but it's the back of the house. It's right behind the water tank. It's not going to be noticed, so I'll get away with that. But the hydrochloric acid, two washes, has definitely done a better job. It is definitely easier to wash with the hydrochloric acid. It seems to bite into the mortar more so than the Barracuda 10K.